Hello, everyone, and welcome to Holistic Healing with Deepshikha. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about loss. I recently lost someone very dear to me, and if you are to ask me whether I've dealt with the emotions related to it, I don't think I can give you a clear answer. Have I cried? Yes. Have I remembered her continuously with each passing day? Yes. Have I somewhere wished it wouldn't have been so soon? Yes, and so on and so forth. But have I faced exactly how it is making me feel? I don't think so because I am still looking for the strength to accept the fact that I will never again be able to meet her or hear her voice. The person I'm talking about is my grandmother. And she was such a huge part of me that me being an overthinker have imagined losing every possible person in my life. But never her, which of course makes no sense since she was the oldest of all. But she was my childhood. She was the one person who made the child in me feel safe, around whom I never had to be anything other than myself. Even now, my favorite thing was to listen to the stories and her laughing at my childishness. So when I say loss, it's a huge one that I'm talking about. Right now, the only thing that gives me solace is knowing that we will meet again, and that someone who was such a huge part of my life has to be someone from my soul tribe. So, what do you do when you lose someone you love? To tell you the truth, I don't know. The thoughts in your head are non-stop. The pain or hurt in your body remains. There is a constant fight between your head and your heart. You understand that it's only natural. It is, after all, the cycle of life. But you catch yourself wondering why. Sometimes you're all mature, praying for the soul's journey. And then there are times you can't help but be almost in pieces, wanting to fight with the superpower, asking why. There's faith, and then there's a feeling of betrayal. There's a sense of knowingness and a sense of having been cheated. Maybe even after all these words, I haven't been able to cover how losing someone close to us makes us feel. I'm sure that it is different for everyone, and everyone has their own way of dealing with it. Some of us, like me, may not even know how to deal with it. So what I'm now going to do is simply list down things that I have done to keep myself sane and not break down into pieces. And I hope that if ever any one of you need to face a situation where the loss is too painful, these few words can help you ease the pain. To start with, the first thing is to let yourself be. By that, I mean to give yourself the time and space you need, or to keep yourself engaged just enough to get through that particular moment. And remember to breathe. Yes, so simple, but breathing really helps. There are no timelines or steps. Go backward, go forwards, be all over the place. But pay attention to your body and your mind to understand what it needs. Reach out to whoever it is who brings comfort to you, with whom you can just be you, without having to hold your emotions in. It's an age-old saying that sharing grief always helps, and it's true. So go ahead and share as much as you want, as many times as you want. Continue to repeat the same things as many times as you want. That is why it's important to have people around you who hold that space for you. Next is, do not stop yourself from feeling whatever emotions come to surface. A lot of times, losing someone can also bring to surface emotions connected to other events from the past involving that specific person. Again, it's okay to have feelings of guilt or regret for not having done something or for leaving things for later. I mean, none of us ever actively think that the time we have together is limited. At such a time, it is also important to be kind to yourself and to take care of your physical health. It is not uncommon for the loved ones to fall physically ill. Fatigue, changes in appetite, and sleep disturbances are common. It's crucial to take care of your body during this time. Next is to work towards creating a routine. Even though I'm someone who loves routines, right now following one seems so difficult. But what creating a routine does is that it makes sure you get through the day, even the difficult ones. At least that's how I see it. It also provides a sense of normalcy and control. Engage in physical as well as mental exercise. Exercise can help reduce stress and improve mood. Engaging in mindful practices also helps calm down the mind. And lastly, acknowledge the loss of the loved one. Give the memory of the loved one the respect and space it needs. Remember them however seems right to you at that point of time. Remember that grief is not linear. Everyone's experience is unique and there's no right or wrong way to grieve. Grief doesn't have a set timeline, and the path to acceptance is often long. One thing that I have learned is that to put away the grief does not make it go away. In fact, it remains inside of us, manifesting into other lower emotions or health issues. So it is very important to grieve and accept the loss. Acceptance doesn't mean forgetting, it means finding a way to live with the loss. We are often told to move on, but what I will say is, yes, it is important to move on, but you get to decide the speed of you moving on. It has to feel right only to you and no one else. As I come to the end of this episode, I want to remind you that grief is a deeply personal journey. Whether you are just beginning to navigate your loss or have been on this path for some time, know that you are not alone. Seek support, be kind to yourself, and remember that it's okay to grieve in your own way and in your own time. Grief is not a sign of weakness nor a lack of faith. It is the price of love. Thank you for listening and have a great week ahead.